Hey guys, how's it going? Previously on the channel we were working on this 1969 spruce blue patio, John Deere, I should say that. Previously on the channel we messed with it. I've had this tractor now for, I want to say since June. June or July, one or the other. And in the last video that you guys saw on it, we got it running. We got it running. We just didn't get it running off the carb. We got it running off of dumping fuel into the cylinder. And we also, I think we messed with some wiring and a key switch, as well as got the coil figured out, and we got power going to the coil and getting it to work. I want to sit down today and I want to see if we can get the engine running on its own using the carb that is there as well as the fuel tank. One problem that I have right now with the tractor is it currently has it's missing its front tire. However, I do have a couple of front tires we can substitute. One of them holds air, one of them doesn't. I was going to put them on a 140. I haven't gotten around to it yet, so they're currently still sitting on the table. Maybe we could make something work. At the moment, the solenoid in the tractor is still bad. I have not gotten the new one yet, and I have not replaced it yet. I thought about taking that one apart to see what it looked like inside, but I think I'm just going to leave it alone for now. What we could do if we get desperate is belt it up to another tractor and spin it over, because I kind of would like to drop a battery into it and maybe drive it around some, just to see how it does. Let's see. I think that is pretty much where we left off on it. I know it looks a lot worse than it is. So let me put you guys in the stand and let's go on ahead and take a look at it. Maybe we can get it running, maybe not. Today is Sunday. The first video on the patio just went up, or the second video just went up on it. This will be the third video, I guess. So yeah, let's go on ahead and let's get this thing established and figure out where we're going to go from here. So I think that the first thing we're going to do is go on ahead and get this carb off of here. I'm not sure how it looks inside of there. We may end up taking it apart and hopefully finding that somebody drained it at some point. We got to look in the fuel tank next. I don't know what it looks like inside of there at the moment. Should be a ball fitting, which it feels like it is. No, what is this? Oh, it's something different. I like that. So the thing right there, I highly doubt will come out. Yeah, see, this has the rod on it I like. Normal one they had one that had a little clip that went in, and it went into the governor arm, and you would always end up losing the clip for them when you take them apart. And those ones are just a pain in the ass. Maybe we'll get lucky, and maybe this will come out. Damn it, I don't think it will. Well, shit. God knows if that clip's going to want to come out of there or not. What size would this be? This would probably be 5/16. This is 3/8. Let's see if 3/8 will. Oh, it will. Maybe. It might be a size too big. Jump over to 10 millimeter. Well, that one fits it. Does it? No. It wants to. Does it turn? It almost looked like it did. I want to be careful. I don't want to break anything here. I think the one on bottom might be a 10 millimeter and the one on top is a... Let's see about getting this off of here. Have that hold on to there. This is my dad gave me this, I want to say almost 10 years ago, this little pocket knife. I don't use it very much, you know, I'm kind of careful what I do with it, and I don't show it on camera for reasons, because I don't want somebody to steal it from me. Out in public, you know, somebody knows I have it, try to get me in trouble or come up to me and steal it. Damn it, that didn't work. It was too big. Let's try something. This one over here might be easier to get to, because I can't really get on that one all that well. We got something. Now if we have a, there we go, we got it. So we just take it out of here, and once we get it out of here, we'll go on ahead and we'll fuel line off, and then once we get the fuel line off, it should be pretty straightforward from there. There we go. We'll get that off and we'll get everything else unhooked. I'm going to move you guys over here so I can get over there. That line is weird. I'm just going to come in here and cut this. I hate to do it, you know, but so let's see if we were right there and there. We gotta take that. Let's see. Willing to bet I'm probably the first person to ever take this carb off of here since it came from the factory. So this might be fun to get off of here. It moved. Huh. A lot of people take the float bowls off of these. They don't pull the entire carb off first. They take the float off. I don't. I take the carb off because 9 times out of 10 you're going to end up having to clean it, as well as this makes it easier because, well, if you lose that O-ring and it falls out of the carb, you're going to have to take the carb out anyway to put that O-ring back, and usually they're a pain in the ass to get at. So what I like to do is just flip the carbs over and then take the float ball off, you know, which you guys have seen me do on video. We should only have to take one bolt out in order to be able to get this carb off of here. That's one thing Kohler did that I like. Kohler did a lot of things that I like. They made really good engines. But this is one thing I like especially about Kohler, is they made it so you can just take one bolt out and then slide the carb out of the tractor easily. Or slide the carb off of the engine. Damn it. Is it held up on that, or is it just the screwdriver? There we go. I could get a wrench on it if I wanted to. Come on, there we go. Now it wants to go. And usually the one on the other side's the easier one to remove. I think this head is bigger than the other ones, because usually these Screws aren't that hard to get to. Although most of the ones I mess with have the aftermarket carbs on them. That's probably why. They probably make the throats on them a little bit smaller than they did on this one. Let's see here. It's amazing to me how original this machine is. You know, it's cool to find them original. Most of the time you find them, people have screwed with them over the years and messed with things on them. This one's nice. You know, this is a nice original machine. And it's got a lot of patina to it, which is nice too. I don't want to break the headlight bezel any worse. Yeah, I was afraid of that. The gasket has welded itself to the carb. In order to get that gasket off, we're going to have to ruin it, which I don't want to do, because that's got the real nice thick gasket to it. So more than likely, we're going to just have to get this bolt out too. Probably what we'll do is we'll cut slits into it. That way in the future, you know, if I ever have to take this carb off here again, it'll just come right out. I got another patio that's just about as original as this. It's got the old carburetor on it still, and it's got the old coil on it as well. It had the original fuel pump, but I took the fuel pump off of it because it ended up going bad and it was leaking gas everywhere. I don't think any of it got into my oil, but it was blowing it out the side of the pump. I think all it needed was a new gasket inside, but I just went ahead and took it off anyway. You don't really need a fuel pump on one of these 100 series because they're pretty much gravity fed. There we go. Yeah, see, that's what it is right there. It's got the little ring that runs through. And then that's a tensioner right there. Neat. No play in that. No play in that. That's cool. Let's set this thing over to the bench and let's get it taken apart. Oh, here. That's a sign that it's original too. See how it has the 100 series bolt holes and it doesn't have the whole bolt holes for the 200 series air filters? That's an original carb, because they didn't make that style back then. It was only these ones. So let's get this carb apart and let's see what it looks like inside. Hopefully it don't look too bad. Watch it be. Somebody already went through it and cleaned it out inside. We took it apart for nothing. That was on there pretty good. That don't look terrible. That jet looks pretty good looking inside of there. Yeah, just like I thought. I think somebody has already been through here. Well, maybe not. That don't come down. Yeah, we got a problem. Needle is stuck. I know somebody's going to ask me about these. This is something my dad gave me. I think this was the second to last thing that he ever gave me. And then he passed away, unfortunately. I don't use them a whole lot. I don't really like carrying them. Well, I don't like carrying them around because I don't want to lose them. You know, but they're neat. and they are nice and very handy to have around. That needle looks okay. That don't look too bad. Go through that with a Q-tip, clean it out. If you take a Q-tip and you get it wet with some water, you can stick it in a drill and use it to clean out where the seat in here. I've had people say just use water. I've had people say lapping compound. I guess it does. You can use polish. I guess it doesn't really matter, you know, what you use. I just normally would use water. Oh, damn it. Broke. But you use this side of it first. And you take this side of it out. Because usually this side is, yeah, this side's nice and fluffy. Now, so you just take it out of there. See how nice and fluffy that is? Then you take the fluffy side. And you stick it in there. It's already starting to clean up. The only problem with Q-tips, they don't hold together as well as I wish they would. Hang on. I wish they would hold together a little bit better than they do, but you know, all they are is cotton. I mean, you can't really. There we go, that looks a lot better. I can see a shine now. I doubt you guys can. You can see a shine in there now. Gasket, I'm going to leave it alone. No point in taking that out of there. I mean, that jet looks fine. We got to get this off. It may just, it may just come off. Oh, look at that, it did. Cool. Let's just take the main jet out. That needle looks bent. I hope it's not. This will determine how much further we go into this thing. I can see through. I can see through there. Yep. Yep. So everything on here looks fine. I might actually just take this up front and clean it up some. I like to polish these needles up a little bit before I put them together. You know, just to help them seat better. Especially down here where this point is. Well, Thanksgiving is coming up. I'm not sure when this video is going to be uploaded. If this video is going to be uploaded before or after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is this Thursday, the week I'm filming this. Maybe you guys will get a video, maybe not. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. Well, I don't mean you're gonna get a video for sure from me, wishing you guys a happy Thanksgiving. But I mean, I don't know if this video is gonna come out this weekend or next weekend when Thanksgiving is. Or else I'd wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving, which I do. I do wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. But I don't know if this video is coming out next or not. So I can't really say that. Our plan for this Thanksgiving is we are going out to my grandmother's house and we are going to celebrate it and visit family. My aunt is flying down from Texas, so we're going to visit her, and they're coming out here to look for a house. That looks fine, that looks fair. So they're going to be down here for a while. I don't know how long. And then after Thanksgiving on Black Friday, I can't really think of any plans that we've got. I think we're just going to stay here. I keep thinking of mashed potatoes and stuffing. This is the week where you stop eating. You don't eat as much as you normally do, because you want to have enough room for Thanksgiving. People are going to comment on the video, "You're fat," and other stuff. But you know, some of us like Thanksgiving. But my coat that I'm wearing makes me look 3 sizes bigger than I actually am. So far this carburetor is coming apart pretty nice. A lot nicer than I expected it to. I'm probably going to end up taking that fitting off and looking at it. Maybe not. I almost wouldn't mind taking that needle out. I am going to take a second and take these jets up front. I'm going to clean them up with the wire wheel. I don't mean the jets, I mean the where you screw them in. And I'm probably going to go on ahead. You guys think we should take this out? You do? I wonder if this will be able to do it. No. Need something bigger. They're either 9/16 or 1/2 inch. I believe they are half. Are they? Yes. No. Wait a second. That's kind of tight. Or kind of loose. Maybe there's 7. Let's see if this is it. Yep, there's 7. Damn. Oh, bastards in there tight. Give me a second. Here's our threads, for those of you wondering. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how fast this year has flown by. Last month it was, or it feels like just yesterday it was New Year's. Now all of a sudden we're in November. That's crazy. And then next week it's going to be New Year's. Or at least it'll feel like next week is New Year's. Other than the cold though, I don't really mind fall. I wish it was warmer. One of the things I wish I had was some of the buildings that were built have the geogrids in the floor. Thermal grids, that's what they are. Where the floor is warm and it warms up the rest of the building. That's one thing that I wish that would have been done out here, but oh well, it wasn't. You know, and you can't really complain that much about it. So, because you don't have any control. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to clean out that float bowl. I'm going to clean the rest of this stuff up. I wonder... Oh, that could be a problem. I'm going to put this in water or something and just let it float for a while and see if it keeps floating. I'll bring you guys back when I'm ready to put this back together. Go ahead and get this thing put back together. Cleaned up all the jets. It all cleaned up nicely. I didn't do the springs. I should have, but I didn't. Look how nicely it's cleaned up. So hopefully the mating surface in there is decently clean, and that gets a good seal. I'm not sure if we're going to stay the night over there this year, or we're just going to visit and coming home over there at Grandma's. I guess we'll have to decide when we get over there. Or we'll have to decide that here soon. Because I think one year we just stayed over there. But I think it was because of a bad storm that we had that night. I know I say not to do this, but I'm not threading it. I'm being very careful and just doing it with my fingers, not my whole hand, as you can see. And I'm also watching it. I think that's probably... That's as far down as it's probably going to go. And we'll turn it out. It's not threading very easily for whatever reason. Put it right there. I think that's 2. Might come out a half. Just put it right there. I normally adjust them when the tractor is running anyway. Where is the... There it is. I was going to say we're missing something. I would go through there and chase them with a tap. That's as far in as that wants to go. Half. 1, 2. I'm going to leave that at 2 for right now. Everything's back in, except for our needle, which comes out nicely. And we need to grab our float, which is in the water still. Floating, which is good. So that means the float's still good. It didn't sink. It didn't sound like it took any water. That's good. I might polish the float. Nah, I'm just going to leave it alone. That looks okay. Everything looks alright. So we should be able to go on ahead and pop this guy back together. And once we pop them back together, damn it. There we go. We got it. So now we go on ahead and we'll stick our float bowl back on. Look around, make sure that everything looks good, which it does. And we'll just take it out and pop it in, like so. There we go. That looks nice. So we'll just go on ahead and we'll get that tightened down right to there. I might go a little bit tighter on it. And then after I do this, I'll probably just go on ahead and put it in the tractor off camera. And once I get it in, we'll bring you back and we'll figure out what we're going to do next. Got the carb all put back in and everything ready to go. I figured I'd bring you guys back for getting that piece off down there, because I can imagine that's going to be a fun one to get off. This line down here that's stuck on the pump. Let's see if we can get it off. And if we can, cool. That was easy. A little too easy. Oh well. Let me get a line run from there. And I think after we do that, we can go on ahead and try to see if the engine will run. Grab just a line. Let's see. It's on there. Bring it up here to there. So now when I do this, let go. Huh. Why that wouldn't let go. We may have cut it too long. Yeah, it's got a bend to it now. We could angle that if we wanted to. I'm going to cut that excess off. Let's see, where do we want? Right here. I hate to waste that, but I'll find a reason for it. It won't go to waste, I promise. There we go. Hopefully that pump works, and if that pump works, everything here should be ready to go. I took a second, I cleaned up the surface with the wire wheel, and I also went over those with a tap where the bolts go into the carb. And I also went over the bolts that go into the cylinder head with a die, and I also tapped them right there. This is the one for the cylinder, for the bolts that hold the carb onto the cylinder. I have to find the one that I used. I might have already, here it is, it's still in the drill. And then this was the little one for these holes here on the front. And then I went over the threads on the bolts with the wire wheel because, well, I figured that had been in there for as long as it has, and it probably needed some attention. As you can tell too, I also cleaned up the bolts. I'm probably going to take a second and go over all of the screws that hold the filter onto the carb with the wire wheel, as well as go over them with a tap or a die. So yeah, I think that's going to be next, and after I do that, we'll go on ahead and we'll get that fuel tank checked and see if it needs any work done to it, and if it doesn't, we'll put some gas in it and see what it does. Well, we got everything in this area all figured out, situated. Let's take a look at the tank. And let's see what our tank looks like. Tank looks alright. I don't see any holes. Tank looks alright. I might just go on ahead and put some fuel in it. I wish you guys could see in there, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to. If I had my phone, we could. Let's go on ahead, and I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to put some fuel in it. We're going to do the stuff we shouldn't. Again, we're going to see if we can get this thing to run. And if we can get it to run, even though there's no clamps holding that down, it looks like, we can go on ahead and, I don't know, maybe prove a point, figure something out. Let me grab one of my tractors that I know has a battery in it and is easily accessible. And after we do that, I'll grab my jumper cables and we'll go on ahead and get this thing figured out and maybe it'll start. So last time we used the 317, this time we're using the 216. Let's go on ahead and let's see about getting this set up with jumper cables. One set will spin the engine. That will power the ignition. I'm tempted to see if we can get it to drive, but I'm not sure right now if I want to attempt that or not until maybe a bit later. Let's go on ahead and see. Let's just make sure which one of you, that's a positive. Let's see if it'll crank, which it won't. Anyway, something up. There we go. Maybe it'll. I wish that I could get over here actually. Can I get on that without it turning out? No. We had a better place for the gas tank. Let's try that, right? The battery's charged, right? It's charged. Could be that. There we go. Let's try that and see what it does. Really? Still nothing. Besides the... Let's try that. Maybe that'll fix it. Ready? Interesting. Okay. If this wasn't here, I could get on that. I don't want to touch that because I don't want it to ground out. I think that's what's happening. Let's try that. Really? Let's just get dangerous. We're just not getting a good ground somewhere. Maybe it's in this. Interesting. I would not expect. But there's no. Are we even getting power? Here we are. Okay, that's not the problem then. So let's see. There it goes. There it goes. We got it. Alright, we just weren't getting a good connection. Let's get that off. So now, hopefully, battery seems a little bit dead. Let's go on ahead. I'm going to take a second to charge that. Where's my other charger? Probably over in the other building. Oh well. We might be able to. Actually, we could probably start that up and there we go. We'll just do that. Let's see. Let's go on ahead and let's get some gas put in our tank. That line is clear on purpose. Grab my gas. Let's just get some fuel put in here. I don't see anything leaking, so that's good. Really? What's that? That's open. Why is it? Weird. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get it to run or not. I don't see anything leaking. I don't know if it's getting to here or not. I guess we'll just have to watch it and see. Ignition's hooked up. It's not on yet. Our starter is hooked up and ready to go. I think we are clear to go on ahead and test our luck and see if this thing will start. Let me get this plugged in. Let's see what happens. Ready? It'll take it a second, damn it, to prime, but once it gets primed, we should be great. Last second. Of course, right when it has gas in it is when it decides it wants to and fits. I am going to take a second and just start this up and let it run. That way it can charge that battery. See if that helps. Are we pumping? No. Let's get it choked. So did that. Almost doesn't seem like it's getting fuel. Let me open this door real quick. I'm gonna let that pump for a second and see what it does. If it doesn't do anything, we'll just run it right to the coil. No, that's not doing anything. It could possibly be that's closed. I don't think that's the case. You never know. Something could be pinched. Hold on, my self-adjusting POS decided it wanted to. Get that unplugged real quick. It almost looks like, maybe it is. Well, I forget. Let's try that. Maybe that'll do something. I can't see it from over there. That's filling up, but it's filling up very slow. I think we'd be better off just taking this line off and running it right to there. That's probably what we're going to do. If we're careful and fast, we can do it. I'm going to throttle that up. That tractor don't like to idle. That gas ain't moving very quick. Well, I already see it dripping. I think we just ran out of gas in the old 216. That line is dripping. I think it's leaking around to there. Yeah. You know, it would help if the spark plug was hooked up. Oops. Let's go on ahead and get this hooked back up. Maybe it'll run. I don't see anything leaking. I guess that's good. Get over here real fast. Get that key off. Ready? Let's get that choke turned off. It tried going. I don't know if you guys heard it or not. Ready? I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle. Maybe that'll... Why isn't the throttle moving? I'm just going to give it a little bit of throttle. That's not moving for whatever reason. On second thought, pull that down, give it a little bit of choke. Let's see what that does. Right now it's running choked. Let's unchoke it. Give it another shot. I'm going to give it just a little bit of throttle. I don't know why that's having so much trouble. Let's open that jet up a smidge. Maybe that'll help. Ready? Give it some choke. Ready? It wants to. Look at that. It goes. Cool. It almost seems like I can't get over here quick enough to unchoke it when it kicks over. I wish I could. Let's get it unchoked. It's shooting. I think it's flooded. Are we flooded? No, we're not flooded. Alright, I think I know what the problem is. I'm going to open that a turn. It might actually be getting too much. Just turn it in a little bit. Ready? Having to keep on messing with it. It wants to, it really does. I wish that I could get over here quicker to unchoke it. I would just let that sit there and spin, but I really don't want to do that. I'd like to get it to take off. I think right now the problem that we're having is it wants to stay over like that. If it stays right there, that's great. I don't think it's getting gas. I'm starting to wonder now if that's the case. If we can get it not to fall, that would be wonderful. Let's try that. I keep reaching for the key on the two. We might just have to get a solenoid and then get after it. Yeah, maybe not, we'll see. One of you guys want to be my helper? Trying to get it closed a little bit. I'd like to throttle it up a little more. Let's just throttle. Let's try to adjust this carb. Honest to God, that doesn't feel like it's. I'm gonna be careful turning this, but I am gonna turn it. Half, 1/2, 2. I'm actually going to go out 2.5. Let's see what 2.5 gives us. It won't kick on by itself. Let's try that. Ready? Actually, what I should have done is lock our, if it'll stay. That way we don't have that load on the engine, especially trying to fire off for first time in how many years. Let's just do it unchecked. Ready? Damn it. We got it though. Either way, we got it. So I think we know where to go now. We know the engine will run. We know that something needs to be done. I have a suspicion that I'm going to have to replace the fitting on the bottom of that gas tank. I kind of figured that from the beginning. Another thing, I might have to look into that fuel pump. It might not be a concern at the moment. It seemed like it was pumping though, one way or another. Fuel line, I'm probably going to end up replacing that because it seemed like it was leaking in a couple of places. Solenoid is on order next. I think we are going to go on ahead with that one, as well as I need to order a tire tube for my red patio so I can bring the tire back over here and put it back on this tractor. I think that is where we are at for right now. So we got it to run on its own. We also cleaned the carb. What else do I want to do? I want to go on ahead and I'm going to stop the video right here. I'm going to change a couple of things around. When I bring you guys back, hopefully we will have a starter solenoid. So yeah, I will bring you guys back here soon. And once I do that, we can go on ahead and get back into the thing. Oh no, the blue patio's gone. Damn, must have got sold. Oh well, that sucks. Haha, just kidding. Unlike Mike Sturcher, when my stuff breaks, I don't sell it because I know how to work on it. Anyway, getting back into the blue patio, as you guys can see, it is on all four wheels again. I got new tire tubes for the patio's front tire, as well as a few other tires on tractors I have around here. So I did that. So now this tractor can move around on its own wheels and be its own piece instead of sitting there on a block like it did for however long. Ordered a starter solenoid. I finally got it. So now we can go on ahead and we can get into this thing and we can see if we can get it going. And once we get it able to turn over on its own, we can go ahead and try to get it running. So yeah, here we go. So let's go on ahead and get into this guy and let's see if we can, or actually, not if we can, let's see if that seal, I'm thinking of something else. Hold on a second, let me get my mind back on this. Okay, let's go on ahead and let's replace that solenoid and let's see if that is the problem. If that's not the problem, my suspicion next is going to be somewhere in the wiring. We have tested it though. We have a new key switch on there, so it shouldn't be the problem. However, it could be the problem. But again, you never know. And that is an older solenoid, so I have a suspicion. So let me grab myself a wrench and we'll go on and get that off. Let me move you guys up because I'm sure that you want a better view than being back here. I was going to leave you right there, but I figured you guys probably want to see. These are either half or 9. These appear to be 9. Wrong inch. Oops. So last time you guys saw this machine, we had it very close to running. I actually think we had it running. We just couldn't really, well, we did have it running. We had a hard time keeping up with it and keeping it running though, because I was running back and forth between another tractor and this one, you know, trying to start the engine up. And then once I got the engine to start, I had to unhook the battery and then unhook the battery and run back over here and, you know, deal with this and deal with that. So now that that is eliminated and we should, what the hell? We shouldn't have to deal with that anymore. Is that a different size than the other one? Apparently, that one is a different size. Give this guy a shot. Watch it be something metric. Oh, look at that. Cool. Interesting. Somebody swapped the bolts around. I'll bet you that inner one right there is a 9. Why is it so hard to turn? I did clean up the terminals on these. But I think I don't know, I would think I would remember that, but apparently not. I wonder why one was wrong size. One of life's mysteries, I guess we'll never know. Let's take that. There we go. Stick that over there. That wire might end up being replaced because it is kind of stiff. And it almost looks like it might be cracking. But as my usual fashion, we'll just leave it alone until it catches fire. No point in removing it if there ain't nothing wrong with it. Let's get this one. Come on. It started to come loose, but then it tightened up on me again. Is it coming loose now? Should be. I need my impact driver. Or a socket. There we go. Now it's loose. That's one down. And we got one to go. Set that off to the side. That one's easy. Luckily, I saw that one and I know where it fell. Oh well. So let's take that solenoid out. Ooh. Yeah. I have taken that off. Because I think I tried cleaning it up. There we go. So here's our new one. Smells like a new car. Cool. Let's see. I love unwrapping new parts. The only thing I don't like about it is the bill. That's it. There we go. Single post, which is good. That's exactly what I wanted. So let's get our nuts out. I wonder why they sent them in a bag instead of on the solenoid. Interesting. Normally I don't do that. They normally send them on the solenoid. There we go. So now, all that we should need are these two. Actually, I'm not even going to put them on there yet. I'm going to wait until I have this in the tractor and the wires on it. First one. One thing I don't like about this is it's a top post and it's going to touch that gas tank. So we can only put one bolt in it. That way it doesn't hit the bottom of the gas tank and end up arching out on it. I like the side posts, and I wish that this was a side mounting one, but I can see it's not. That's gonna be a problem. And that'll hold it. We could probably go on ahead and just bolt both posts down for now while we're bolting it in. And then once we get it bolted in, just take them and undo them. There's one. Because I don't want that to break off on me while I'm doing this. Those appear to be 7/16, so we'll have to remember that. Where is our, there it is. So let's just take that, stick it in there, as well as our other lead. That should go underneath, but I'm going to stick it on top. All right, what did you do? Is that it? That's it. Come on. See, now I could get it on there if it wasn't for that lock washer. There we go. Come on. That might be too wide for this. There we go, we got it. I just had to look at it from another angle. Where's the lock washer? There it goes. Now we just got to be careful and not let that come out. Imagine fighting with a solenoid for 30 minutes, trying to get the damn thing to work. There we go. Let's throw it on. So now let's get our last weed mode, this one, which should go on there without a problem. Right there we go. So now we take this, and we go ahead and we tighten it down without ending up turning the terminal. Made in China. It's cheap. There we go. We might need a socket for that one just because I don't want to have to fight with it. There we go. Feels kind of weird to see this thing on all four wheels again, moving around. It's gonna be kind of weird looking at it and saying, that tractor runs. There we go. I could go tighter, but I don't want to. I really don't want to end up ruining anything. So there we go. We should be able to. That's still loose, or that's still loose. Let's just keep going on it. That was tight. Okay. So now let's take that over top, over in between here. Right here's gonna be where the battery tray is. I guess we ought to just go on ahead and put the battery tray in. Or, you know, we can go on ahead and test it. Make sure that everything appears to work. That's probably the best idea. This one's posi, so we want that one over here. There you are. Positive. That's what we wanted on that side. My rusty ass bolts. If it even sparks once, we'll know that it's good. I'm not going to tighten them all the way, but if it sparks, we'll know that it's drawing power. Ready? Okay, we know it works. So let's take this out. And now, since I've done that, let me grab a battery tray. Once I get a battery tray, we'll stick it in here. And we'll probably end up putting the gas tank in. That way we know that aspect is done. And once we do that, we'll plumb up the fuel system, get it cranking, and then we'll see if we can start it. I'm gonna stick you guys in a time lapse while I put this stuff in.
Well, Kamala got run over by a reindeer coming home from Nancy Pelosi's. Y'all might see a fearless female leader, but all I see is a typical drag queen. She was at a Christmas party with Michelle Obama and Bill Gates. When Paul Pelosi gave her eggnog, she was back out on the streets like 98. She was wobbling on the sidewalk, Donner and Blitzen coming fast. They plowed right through her like a freight train and put her on her big self-righteous ass. So Kamala got ran over by a reindeer coming home from Nancy Pelosi's. Y'all might see a fearless female leader, but all I see is a typical drag queen. The secret
there we go. That is all put in. Now let's go on ahead and drop our battery in. And once we do that,
Supreme Court said
Forgetting
that
the
Santa
positives
gets
on
a
this side.
pass.
On this battery. Normally it's on this side. On all my other batteries, but this one's
It
autistic,
must
so
have come
therefore
from
it's over
Santa's
there.
sleigh. It said, America, you're welcome. It's the gift that keeps on giving Christmas Day. So Kamala got run over by a reindeer coming home from Nancy Pelosi's. Y'all might see a fearless female leader, but all I see is a typical drag queen.
I don't like him. So I guess we gotta use small ones. Actually, never mind. We don't have to use small ones. It'll thread. Cool. So let's take... Damn it, I keep fucking forgetting. That's why you don't get used to something being on one side, because, well, guess what? You're gonna get thrown off quick. Let's take that. Put it on there, like that. I know for a fact I have a 1/2 inch wrench over here. What do you guys think? Do you think it's gonna run, or do you think it's gonna die? Hopefully it runs. I don't know if it'll run or not, but I mean, we'll see. We know it'll run because we did hear it earlier, so I don't know, I'm kind of confident in it. Kind of. It's not a yes or a no, but I'm confident. It's not a yes or a no. I don't know, I'm confident. Yeah. Confidence, the rise before the fall. There we go. So let's see. Should start. Everything is plumbed into it, right? So it should at least consider thinking about starting a wrong way. There we go. Let's give it one more just for measure. There we go. Let's see what it does. That battery might be dead. Ready? I just watched that spark. Okay. That battery, that line might need to be replaced. Okay. Everything works. Let's take that off. Put it over here. Let's get some fuel running. Let's get our fuel light on. Up to here. Come on. Give me a second. There we go. We got it. 10. I would consider that on, but I just want to make sure that it gets all the way to the top of that filler neck. There we go, Mom. Looks like we're over just a smidge. There we go. I'd say that's better. So now, let's put some gas in it. My favorite part. I'm not going to do any snow plowing with this tractor. I know someone's going to be sad and disappointed to hit that dislike button because of that. However, this summer, more than likely, I might mow with it. So, we'll see. But we might see this one mow. Again, I'm not guaranteeing nothing. And there we go. It's filling our line. Nothing should leak. But I am going to go on ahead and move the fuel line down just so that it doesn't, or just so I can make sure that it's filling that carb. I don't have it running down to the pump. I just have it running right to the float bowl or the carb. So we don't need to pump any gas. That's fairly full. Not leaking. Not that I see. Nope, not that I see. Cool. Let's see if we can get it to start. And if it'll start, if it'll run. Ready? There we go. Give it a little bit of throttle. It wants to. It's not flooding, is it? Doesn't look like it. It really wants to, for whatever reason. It's just not kicking off. Is it stuck? This doesn't work. It looks to move. Why do I want it? That's weird. Alright, I guess we're stuck holding this thing. Almost. What all do you see? Oh, you don't even see the... Let me move you over here so you guys can see the exhaust. I know there's people out there that like to see that. Ready? I'm just going to give it a little bit of throttle. You know, I've noticed it's starting to turn over easier. Let's do what we should have done from the start. Let's see what these adjusters are at. I guess it is wide open. That's all the way in. Let's bring it out. No, I am not tightening it. I'm loosening it. Before someone comments. Half. 1, half, 2. I'd say that's a good starting point for now. Let's see what it does. We're not flooding. Not that I see. I wonder if it's a plug. Could be the ignition. Could be. We do not appear to have spark. That's interesting. Let's swap that plug, because I wonder if this plug was on its way out. Set it over there. Let's make sure that has spark first, and then we'll do another shot and see. Okay, why do we not have spark now all of a sudden? I don't like this spark plug over there. I'm gonna swap it real quick. Who has the one that I like though? Well, this one's not much better. It's missing the bottom piece too. I have a suspicion that coil might be the problem. So we'll probably have to address it. Ready? Nothing. I do not see spark at the points. It could be that plug too. I don't know, something's not right here. Here's a known good plug. For the most part, known good. See, that's why I don't like that, because it just pops out of the thing whenever it wants. Nope. That coil might have fried. So, yeah, that could be it. That were the points. But I don't think that would be the reason as to why it's no spark. That would be, yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt to go on ahead and just replace the whole ignition system now, wouldn't it? It could be. Actually, the condenser also does sometimes play a part in there being no spark. Let me go on ahead and take the front uprights off of it, and once I do that, we'll go on ahead and we'll get back into it. We'll see what's going on. So I think the thing that I'm going to look into first is that condenser, because I've had it before where that condenser, or where the condenser is the cause of it losing spark. And judging by the looks of this condenser, I would say it's been here for a while, and it could potentially be our issue. So I'm just going to take it off. It could be getting a bad ground, you know, that, or it could be it's just bad altogether, because it does require a ground. There's not really a lot of good grounds on this tractor either, so I mean that could be it. I end up taking it apart eventually just to see if that's the cause. Pull the motor and make sure it's grounding good. So I just pulled that off. Wish I could put it off to the side like that. There we go, without it touching anything. Oh, well, that's definitely not good. Oh, never mind. That was just a nest. Let's stick this up here. I wish I could put it somewhere it wouldn't get ground, but it would be out of the way. It's out of the way right there. Let's go on ahead and pop a plug back in it, and let's see if that fixed it. And if that fixed it, we'll just go on ahead and change that condenser out. I should just go on ahead and remove it completely, but we'll leave it off there for now. No, that didn't bring it back. Maybe it's because it's still attached to the system. Let me just go on ahead and remove it, and we'll go from there. I'm tempted just to go on ahead and take it and drive it off of the starter and see if we can drive the thing back and forth and how it does. Why won't it? Come on. Where were we using it? That looks loose. I think we were actually using a 10mm. And if that's the case, I'll probably actually just go ahead and take this coil off of here. Because it probably does need a good cleaning. What is it? I don't want to go in there. Tried 10. 10 works on this one. Over here. Go on this one. Did it just go on? It might have just went on there. No. I need this to go somewhere where it's going to be out of my way. I might just go on ahead and put a socket on it and see if that'll work. Here's a 10mm socket. Let's see if this will get the result we want. There it is. We'll get this off of here. That's promising. There it goes. Cool. Oh, where'd the points wire go? Still goes over here. I don't see a points wire over here. Oh, there it is. It's over on that side. See, they didn't run it underneath the coil. They ran it over that way. Shit. There we go. No washer, no. Let's just give that a shot, and if that doesn't work, then we'll just go ahead and jump after it with another condenser. And if that doesn't do it, we'll just go on ahead and assume it's that coil. Because that coil doesn't exactly look pretty. And it won't win a beauty pageant. Let's see if that did it. If that didn't, then we'll just... No, that didn't do it. Let's just... Why not? Let's just go on ahead and put another condenser on there. Let's see what happens. As long as this is a good one, not a bad one. More than likely, if this doesn't end up working, we'll just go on ahead and we'll take the... just order another coil for it, as well as points and condenser. I need to order one anyway for my cub. Speaking of the cub, we're going to be getting back into that here soon. For those of my cub fans, that tractor ain't been on the channel in a while, so we're going to bring it back. Might even be the winter project, depending on how far we get into it, because it needs quite a bit of work. So, a lot more than I thought it did. So that could be our next project. We're going to find out why it starts so hard, because it always Since the day I owned it, since the time I got it running, it has started hard. And I don't have any other engine that has ever started like that before that I can go back and say, well, this is what I did on that one. I wonder if it'll work. So, we're kind of going to be shooting in the dark, but maybe we'll figure something out. I want this thread. Where's that at? Just gotta find the threads. I would think it'd be right there. I may end up having to. Is that it? Right there? Oh, we're off a little bit. Now we should be. Yeah, now we should be right on it. Cool. Something off. Yeah, more than likely that'll be next. Which kind of sucks because I really like these old coils over the new ones. My orange patio still has its original coil to it, as well as its ignition system. I better be careful saying that. And then the coil on my 74 112 is a few years older than it. There we go. Runs older than 1974. So let's give that a shot. Let's see what it does. Nothing. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna go. We're just gonna go on ahead and change the coil points and condenser out. I mean, we could go on ahead and we'll see. We'll find out what's going on with it. I might just pop that muffler off and check the points. Let's just see. This could be interesting. Let's see if those come loose. These bolts or nuts, and if they come loose, we'll know our fate immediately based on. I was hoping to find a 6-point, but I ended up finding a 12-point, so, oh well. Ready? Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Let's give this one a shot. Yeah, that just broke off, didn't it? Oh no, it didn't. It came loose. Oh, it broke off. Oh well. I figured that was gonna happen. Just a matter of when. So let's get this off. Oh, look at that. It just came loose. Nice. All right. I bet you that hasn't been off there since 1969. Gotta feel like age. Let's check them points. I am going to assume it is probably. It should be spot on. We'll find out. would think it would be spot on. I was told supposedly somebody before I owned it tried getting it running. I don't know if they did or not, how far they went into it to see if they could get it going. Let's give this a shot. It's close. It's close enough. I would think it should run. Yeah, let's go on ahead and pop these points off of here. That could even be it right there. That just needed help. Before I forget, the clutch pedal's not pushed. Let's just go on ahead and take the points off. And after we get the points took off, we'll go after it from there. I think what we're gonna do, I may end up just go on ahead and resurface those points. I found a way to do it, and I'll show you guys how. Oh, is that mud carpenter's, or is it? Apparently one of the bolts, or one of the screws that holds the cover on, is busted off. Oh my. Could have been using a bigger one, to be fair. Anyway, let's see if that one will. There we go. Yeah, them don't look pretty. That wire didn't look too good neither, but it'll work. No, we're not going to be able to get that in there. Let's see if this one will. My little midget driver. No. Should. Oh, it does. Let me grab another set of points. Oh, those aren't that old. Let's see if these ones work. I'll show you guys how to do it on that other set of points I have. But I've resurfaced these before. I've gotten them pretty successful, and I've gotten them to work. I actually did that to the set that's on my 210. And well, as you guys can see, it does work fairly well. We should take that plunger out and inspect it. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's see about just take that plunger out and make sure that it's moving free and there ain't no issues with it. I have been noticing the engine's been turning over easier. I think I said that before. So that's good. Means that we're getting oil to places that hasn't been in years. Let's see if we get spark. No, we don't have spark. Our points aren't even moving. So I guess that would cause it. That wire just doesn't look good at all. Give me a second to get my lubrication. Where'd it go? So I think on my list is I'm going to end up replacing that wire, because that could even be what the problem is. Let's see if it moves. It does, and I don't see spark. That's not good. It's not even thinking about it. I wonder if we're... Oh, it's not gonna work. Are we covered? No. Did our solenoid go down? Maybe it did. I know for a fact it's not caught. I did check. That's going on better. Thought I saw a spark. Thought I heard it even. Give it another go. No, I don't hear it. It's something rubbing. All right. Well, I think I know what we're doing next. We're gonna have to place the coil, I think. We can go on ahead and check the ohms on it, but we'll see. I think we're going to go on ahead and replace that coil though next and just get that out of the way. So I'll bring you back here later. So here's what we're gonna do. I think this video has drug on long enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna jump on it and we're gonna test that transmission and find out if it drives or not. I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna drive it with the starter and we're just gonna see what it does. If it moves forward, if it moves back and moves through all the gears, I'll be happy. So yeah, let's go on ahead and let's see what it does. And if it drives, then perfect. First time I get to sit on it. Nice. So let's stick it in reverse. Let's see what it does. I think we have a bad ground. I think that is where we are. Yeah, I have a suspicion that this cord might be our problem. That starter might end up being a problem and we may end up having to take it off. Nothing to say that's not why it was parked. Ready? Let's see what it does. Moves back. That's promising. Stick it in third gear. Actually, let's try first. First gear. Let's go second gear. Third gear. Move it back. Let's go fourth. Cool. And that means that our belts are good. It means our transmission's good. And it means our variator's not stiff. So there we go. It also means cylinders. I think, yes it does. I wonder if it'll go now. means I can pull the variator lever back all the way for now. And it'll keep the tractor from, or it'll keep the transmission from disengaging. Also, just leave it in here. Well, guys, I think that is going to be it for today's video. I can't really think of anything else that we need to do on this tractor other than the things that I have already stated before. We currently need a coil as well as a whole ignition. So I'm just going to go on ahead and replace the whole ignition system just to make sure that's not the problem and out of the way. I don't like the wiring. I really want to go after it with the voltmeter, but I really just want to wait because I think we have enough in this video already. We could go on ahead and just end it here and then continue it on later. Let's continue. Let's just see what we can figure out, and then after that we'll end the video. Just see what we're at. Let's check and let's see if we're getting voltage to our coil. That could be the problem because we just kind of all of a sudden lost it, and you don't normally just all of a sudden lose it. So that's sort of where I'm at right now. We do need to do something about that starter though. We'll probably end up pulling it apart. Yeah, we got 12 volts to the coil. Make sure them are closed. Let's just close them. There we go. Let's see if we get 12 volts across here. Not be anything. Well, it does tell me it's let's do this. It could even be, well, it might be our coil because that gets a reading right there. I don't, wait a second. Maybe it's because we have voltage going to it right now. I'm just trying to see if there's any, I'm just checking ohms to see what's going on. We get something, but it's a hard time trying to find it. There it is. It should be not that. Let's see if that'll come out. Probably need to pull that cup out of there and clean it. See, that's exactly what I want. Maybe we just saved ourselves some time. But I don't see any spark off them points, meaning that that might not be it. Because I should be seeing something come off those points. Just throw a plug in there. Let me come over this side. Let's just, you know, I mean, while we're standing here looking at it and seeing what it could be. Something down there sparked. I don't know if you saw that or not. Okay, well, I just saw that something over here spark. I don't see anything. Did it just do that again? We're gonna have to look. I wonder if it has a dead spot. Alright. We may end up taking that starter apart. We may not. Well, I guess that's where we're at for now. I think we need an ignition system. And that's probably where we're gonna go from here. We got quite a bit done though today in this video. We got the solenoid replaced, as well as we got the battery tray back in it and a gas tank in it finally. So we got the front wheel back on. And we got a seat bolted to it. I didn't do that on camera. I did that stuff off camera, but we got it done. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I can't really think of anything else I really want to do right now. If I could, I would do it. But right now, I just can't think of anything else to do with this tractor other than wait until we have the coil and other stuff. I'm just going to go on ahead and throw that out as coil. Depending how long it takes for that coil to get here, I might make this all into one video. Depending on how long it takes, like I said, I might end up making it into 2 videos. I'm really thinking of making this into 2 videos. However, I really would not mind at all just making it one. So yeah, there you go. I want to thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please consider going down below, hitting that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you guys a thing to subscribe. It just notifies you when I upload videos. And it, I guess it tells YouTube that people like my channel and my videos. And it also tells YouTube to send out notifications on my videos and tell people when I upload who care. There's also a little notification bell. I don't talk about this one much. There's also a notification bell down there next to the subscribe button. If you push that and you push all, you will receive all notifications from me. You'll see when I upload a video. You'll see when I upload a post, go live. Which, speaking of going live, sometime here soon, my friend Shane and I are going to be going live on here. I guess more or less just questions and answers, a Q&A style video, I guess. I don't know, maybe we'll fix something on live camera, maybe not. So stay tuned for that. I don't have a date for it, or else I would release it. I guess just keep an eye out. It'll be whenever he's up here next and we're able to. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch all of you in the next video. Take care. Bye.